Larry Wheels just became Larry Steels, because despite being one of the strongest men of all time and an IFBB pro, he just tried to rip off his own friends after going flat broke.
So we got a new asshole today.
We got a new asshole today.
And the truth behind this is more shocking than you think, because nobody saw this coming. You see, Larry has such little money saved up that he had to ask his friends for help, and the entire thing is turning into one of the biggest scandals in the fitness community.
The amount of money that this man has wasted to get to the point where he has to rip off his friends in order to make a down payment on a house.
The worst part is that Coach Greg even thinks that Larry's just not smart enough to manage his finances and business.
Perhaps that's affected his brain cells. In other words, he doesn't have the intelligence to save any of his money.
But this is where things go from bad to outright insane, since after getting called out for being broke, what nobody really understands is how on earth someone with millions of followers and an active community ended up in this place. And the truth is borderline disturbing, since Larry admitted to spending all of his extra money on cam girls.
The last, I want to say 8 months, every single month, I have been spending any and every last bit of extra money that I have come in monthly on campsites.
That's hundreds of thousands of dollars right down the drain. And the worst part is that nobody expected this to be the reason, since you'd think someone like Larry would be the most disciplined person on planet Earth. But according to others, this isn't something new, because Larry has a habit of being inconsistent and unsure of what he really wants, which is why he's been on and off cycle for the last few years.
He said he's going to stop using steroids because he cared about his health, and then he jumped back on, and 3 months later he's like, yeah, I relapsed.
But on the other hand, some people are stunned by the fact that Larry was open about this entire thing, since nobody wants to come online and admit they've been wasting money on cam girls, especially if they have a girlfriend. Yet Larry's kept it real with his followers, and at this point, people aren't sure how to feel.
If he's willing to open up about the fact that he's addicted to cam girls, spending $10,000 a day on them, that he's gone flat broke, then, well, I believe anything that Larry says.
But what people don't know is that things got so bad, he had to sell 3% of his company for just $50,000. And Larry ended up ignoring the guy and not paying him his dividends after the first few months, which is what's landed him in this big hot mess. But what do you think? Is Larry the GOAT for keeping it real with his community? Or does he need to be sent to rehab?